Do you know that every successful person on this planet has mastered one thing, has one thing in common with every other successful person, and that is the ability to persuade and influence their target audience? Hi, I am Jacinta Mpali Nkana, and in this audio recording, I'm going to share with you 3 tips that will help you communicate persuasively and influence your target audience or people to act in your favor. And most importantly, you will learn how to communicate in such a way that makes your target audience or friends or partner believe that it was their decision to act in your favor. Now, before I share the 3 tips, I urge you to subscribe to this channel. Why would you subscribe to this channel? Well, 1, you will be able to be the first one to benefit from the periodical videos about personal development, counseling, psychology, metaphysics, philosophical, and other humorous or persuasive tips that I share occasionally. 2, you can subscribe because simply you can. Okay, so let's get started. Now, you have to understand the phoning information. You have to understand these 2 things that will help you embrace the tips that I'm going to share. These are the rules of the human condition, the whole rules of humanity. Rule number 1 is that people don't do what they don't see a benefit in doing. Now, what does this mean? It means that people only do what they think and believe they will benefit from. Regardless of how much someone loves you or how they convince you, they will only do that which they believe will benefit them. Maybe it will give them peace. Maybe they believe it will make you love them more. People only do what they believe will benefit them in one way or another. Now, the other rule of humanity is that we are selfish animals. Believe it or not, everyone is looking out for themselves. Even those people who don't really come across as that way, people might be some people are extremely kind, but they are benefiting from the kindness. They know the rewards to kindness. So they are doing it because they are benefiting from it, because they know they are being rewarded from their actions. Okay, so now that you can understand these rules of humanity, let's get started with the 3 tips. Let's imagine that you have already built rapport with your partner or group or target audience, and you're seeking to persuade them. You want them to act in your favor. Number 1, as they start to communicate or tell you, hold a conversation, you have to listen. Now, the art of listening is more than wishful thinking. It means that you're 100% present. You're not thinking about your bills or your morning routine or your boss. No, you are listening attentively to every word that is coming from the people or person in front of you. You're watching their body language. You are evaluating if their body language matches what they are saying. You're literally diving deep in and holding your full attention to make sure that you understand what they are saying. Now, what does this do for you? What it does for you is give you enough information that you can use to persuade them. You will be able to identify what they love, what they hate, and if you've already offered something that you want them to do. By examining their language, you will be able to communicate in such a way, using their language, speaking in terms of their vocabulary, and offering what you want them to do for you. Okay, now that goes deeper, and I'll share other tips, and I'll go deeper in another video. But for now, just know that you have to listen. Okay, tip number 2 is when you're listening, you have to respond, not react. There's so many times you're telling someone a story, and maybe you're telling them about an amazing story or a stressful story, and when they respond, they share their own experience. No. If you want to persuade your audience or your target person, you only respond in terms of their story. You ask them questions, or you say statements like, wow, tell me more. Can you explain that a little bit more? Tell me more about this part. Make it all about them. Make them feel so important. Make them stand out in your crowd, you and them. Make them believe that they have your full attention, and in any case they do. And tip number 3 is compliment them. Find something genuine about them and compliment it. Mention it. After they finish telling you their story or holding a conversation, and you have listened and you have responded in terms of what they were saying, give a compliment. Tell them how articulate they were in communicating. You can say statements like, oh my God, you are such an amazing communicator. I literally understood everything that you said. You have to repeat what they say or respond positively, like, true. Use words like true, fantastic, that's perfect, oh my God, yeah, I believe you, go on, sure, yes, I am on your side. These are some of the things that you use. You might not even be, if you don't identify anything to compliment them about, then respond using these statements like, oh my gosh, you are absolutely incredible, that is so true, seriously, that is beyond my wildest dreams, that is so perfect, tell me more. Encourage them to think that they are special. Okay, so in a nutshell, tip number 1, listen. Tip number 2, respond and communicate in terms of their story. Don't share your story, it's not about you, it's about them. Number 3, give compliment. And if you can't identify a genuine compliment about them, as they speak, respond. Not all the time, but once in a while. Say stuff like, oh my God, oh my goodness, that is absolutely perfect, true, yes, seriously, that is incredible. Use positive statements to encourage them to speak more. Now, if you can really adapt and embrace these persuasive tools, you will be able to get your partner, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, whoever, to act as you please, because they will put their guard down and they'll say, by the way, what do you want? What can I do for you? Because they'll feel wanted. It works all the time. It really does work, believe me. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my recording. I hope, most importantly, that you've benefited from it. I look forward to serving you, especially when you subscribe to my channel. And if you're looking for a transformational coach to help you live life on your terms, or a business coach to help you identify and design communicative, persuasive scripts that are going to connect to your ideal customers, please send me an email on the contact details below. If not, I am sending you God's love and light, and I can't wait to serve you more through my videos and audio recordings. For now, have a great night, morning, or whatever your time zone is, and I love you. Bye.